Welcome to Chamber Champions, presented by the Hernando Main Street Chamber of Commerce and SRP Studios, a digital content production agency. Chamber Champions spotlights the most dedicated and long-serving Hernando Main Street Chamber members. If you are interested in joining the Chamber, you can do so by going to hernandoms.org. Today's guest is my friend, Dr. Clay Morton. How are you doing, Dr. Clay?
Doing well today.
Dr. Clay Morton is from Morton Chiropractic. Am I getting the name right?
Yes.
Okay. And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Full disclosure, this might be the second time me and Clay try this. The first one. But hey, it was a blessing because I got a better background.
There you go, and I get to practice.
No one will see the first one ever. But thank you for being here. And this is here to highlight you as a long-term member that dates back even with your family, correct? So
yes.
That is outstanding. We're happy to have you here. Before we start talking about your business, how long have you been a member?
My parents started the business, and this is actually our 50th year in business in Hernando, and they were in the chamber at least in the 90s. So that's as far as I've found records of. So
digging through the archives, are
yes.
you?
Trying.
Awesome. Well, tell us more about your business.
Well, we're a chiropractic clinic. We specialize in instrument adjusting, so it's low force, low stress, speed adjustments. So we can adjust anyone from a newborn baby up to your osteoporotic grandmother or grandfather with very little risk. We can adjust around implants, surgical fusions. It uses speed, so the power doesn't have to be crunching, cracking. So it's just a different way to do it, but it's very low stress, and we get the same results.
Yeah, none of that twisting. Right?
None of the twisting.
Yeah, I've been twisted a few times for sure. Some good, some not so good.
Right.
I can see why that would, it can kind of freak people out a little bit too, especially with the neck. Right?
Absolutely. That's their biggest fear.
I was going to ask that. What is the biggest fear? But what do you with that? I think you just answered. But then, what do you find is the most common problem? Is it lower back, shoulders, neck?
It really in the spine. A bunch of low back problems from people working in the yard, bending over, picking up things, or sitting poorly. But the big one coming up now is just neck and upper back from people working at the desk more, checking their phones more, looking down. It just really has become a widespread problem, even down lower into teenage and younger kids now playing on their phones. It's really become a problem.
When you sit in a doctor's office in the waiting room, everyone's on their phone. Now, back in the day, everybody was reading a magazine or a newspaper, but it was different, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
With the phone, we are really just putting our head down.
Yes.
And I can understand
it's quite the angle.
That's quite the angle. I mean, Dr. Clay knows his neck angles. And you are the owner, but you just took over about 5 years ago. Is that correct?
Yes, my parents started it in the early 70s, 73 actually, and then they retired and passed away, and I took over about 2017.
Awesome. And because I've interviewed 5 times now, I know you went to Notre Dame.
I did.
And what did you study there?
A sociology degree, and then I got the prerequisites out of the way, and then I went to chiropractic college.
Okay, sociology. What is that?
The study of society and how societies interact in all different forms of it, from food to politics to gender stereotypes.
That's interesting. That's totally different than
Absolutely.
What you're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's great. I know you're not open Monday through Friday. What are your days of operation?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're open in the morning and the afternoon for patient hours. Tuesday, it's marketing and things like that. And Thursday is more filing insurance, taking care of notes, housekeeping. Yeah. Because we file our own insurance, so we make sure that all that goes out for the patients.
How can someone best set up an appointment with you?
Our website is mortonchiropracticclinic.com, or they can call 662-429-6102.
What are some of the most frequent asked questions you get?
My neck or my joint pops when I move it. Is that bad? How do I get over the back pain that doesn't go away? How can I lift better? Those are the usual ones.
And I would gather case by case, some might need to at first see you more as they level out. Is that how that works?
Absolutely. Every person's presentation is a little different, so the treatment plan usually is slightly tweaked for their presentation. But if it's really bad and acute and they can't move, well, yes, it's going to be way more frequent. If it's minimal and only comes so often, then yes, the treatment won't be as often per week. But it depends on how they're presenting.
Outstanding. Now, are you the only one in there?
I'm the only chiropractor. We have 3 ladies supporting us.
Oh, okay. So what's the experience like? What makes you stand out as far as the customer service?
We try to make sure that from the moment they enter the office, they are greeted warmly, friendly. It's on purpose that the 2 ladies at the front are smiling and really go out of their way to make you feel welcome. And we have patients who stay and talk because they're so friendly and they've been coming for years. Yeah. And they become part of our family and talk about the kids and the family and this and that, vacations. So we start with being friendly, and then it becomes into tailored service, what they have in their health conditions that determines what we do for them. Yeah,
that's interesting. Sometimes this service is repeat, right?
Yes.
You're seeing someone every week, then they might graduate to monthly or whatever. But yeah, you must get to know these people.
Absolutely.
They're not one and done. Right?
Absolutely not.
So I would gather probably no situation is one and done.
Usually no. Even if it's an occasional mild problem, we're going to try to give you some exercise or something to do at the house, and then come back in a follow-up time period to check it and make sure it's better, and then tweak any problems we might have if something didn't work with the homework we gave you. But usually it's not just one and done.
Homework. Yes, stretching.
Absolutely.
You're kind of coaching them through that, what they can do at home, because that's going to help your success, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Success, and also to stop any future problems from repetitive positions. How's the best place for your computer set up? How should we look at our phones? How should we sleep? There's all sorts of repetitive tasks that we do in life that can create problems that we can easily correct, and then they don't have those problems anymore.
Outstanding. Well, before we wrap it up, Dr. Clay, let's give them some call to action again. What is their website and phone number again?
It's Morton Chiropractic Clinic.com, and the number is 662-429-6102.
Well, Dr. Clay, again, thanks for being such a loyal member. And on a personal front, you and I are serving together on the board, and we're in a B&I chapter, and we get to see each other a lot.
Absolutely.
So it's a joy getting to know you personally, too.
Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun. And if anyone watching or listening is interested in joining the Chamber and learning more about what it offers, go to hernandoms.org for more information. Also, you can follow this podcast, Caffey and Commerce, on all major podcast channels and social platforms. All of the appropriate links are in the description. So again, to those watching and listening, thank you and have a great day.